All right, sir. First and foremost, I gotta say thank you. I really appreciate you sitting down with me and doing this street interview. I haven't met you out here before, so we're gonna start from the beginning, okay? Um, what is your name, age, and current living situation?
Um, Brock, 32, and I'm currently homeless.
Currently homeless. That's awful, man. How long have you been homeless out here in Arizona?
In Arizona?
Yeah,
Probably about a year and a half.
a year and a half. Man, that's a long time. Have you ever thought about putting in for a voucher to get a house?
Um, I haven't. I've heard it's just kind of a struggle to kind of go through that process, and I just haven't.
It definitely is. Yeah.
But I haven't done that yet. No.
Haven't went down that route, huh? Can you tell me a little about your journey and what was life like prior to you being homeless?
Um, Prior to being homeless, I was just, I was a welder and working 9 to 5 and had a place, and then life was pretty good. I had the car and cars and all the things I wanted, and then things kind of just fell apart, and I ended up out in the streets. So, uh,
So you were a welder,
yeah,
tradesman, man. That's awesome.
yeah,
As I was telling you earlier, I met a variety of different people out here in the streets, and it's sad, It's not everybody out here is not just on drugs or doing bad, or a lot of people out here just fell victim to circumstance.
right,
I like to tell people, don't be so callous to people out here because you're just a paycheck slip fall away from being out here yourself. And the last thing you want to do is, be quick to judge and then you end up out here yourself. So what's been the hardest part of being homeless for you?
um, not really having a lot of. I don't have any family here in Arizona or anybody I can really reach out to and ask for help. So it's sometimes when I'm going through, some struggles, and I need somebody to reach out to. On top of not having a phone, just not having family or anybody I can actually reach out to and talk to about it. That's been the hardest part.
Yeah, that's awful, man. So you said not having a lot of family out here, so you're not from Arizona.
No, I'm actually from Washington State.
Washington State. Well, as I told you earlier, most people that I interview out here are definitely not from Arizona. I gotta ask, what brought you out here?
Um, 2018, I came down to visit my grandparents. They were snowbirds, and they had a little park model on Mesa. And when I came down to visit them, I saw I always thought palm trees was like this thing of like paradise and Hollywood and all this. So I know it sounds
Not the
kind of
palm
funny, but
trees.
I come down
Yeah.
here and I see palm trees and everything, and I fell in love with it. And in the sun,
Yeah.
and just nice warm weather, I kind of fell in love with it. And then so I ended up coming back down here in 2020. Keep it short, but I ended up quitting my job in Washington State and selling all my belongings and hopped on a plane with a backpack full of stuff and some money and
Came
came
out
down
here, huh, to make the best of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear a lot of those stories, man. You'd be surprised how many people do that. Arizona definitely has a unique weather system. Weather out here. It's nice. I mean, it's all year round. It's nice weather. So I can understand, why someone would do that. It's definitely like it's cold out there in Washington, right?
Right.
It's really cold. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
cold, rainy, wet.
yeah, cold and rainy. So I can understand why someone would do that. What does a typical day living on the streets look like for you?
Oh boy. Usually just trying to make money just to get things I need, like either clothes or food or things like that.
Things
So,
like that. Okay. Is there a particular experience you've had while homeless that stands out? I'm sure there's been quite a few, but could you elaborate on one or so that maybe stands out to you?
Yeah. Being out here in the streets, you see a lot more of what goes on. As far as like crimes and stuff like that. It's like you always hear about certain things that happen on the news, but then to actually see it and hear about it in person, it's another thing. And I had an instance where one of my friends, she was she ended up being raped and beaten
Oh,
really
that's
bad.
awful. Yeah.
And it happened not only to my best friend, but one of my good friends, but it's happened really close to here. And you know, they said you always hear about it on the news, but then
You never believe it until you
Yeah.
actually
sad.
know someone who's been through it or actually who went through that situation. Yeah, so it's scary out here on these streets. Yeah or no?
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of up and down. You know, you don't really
As
when
it's
you're out
times.
here, you kind of used to certain things that happen, and it's kind of just becomes to me at least, it becomes like you get used to it.
You
Like
become
anything,
numb
and,
to it.
huh?
Numb. I would say that. Don't you become numb to it? Like,
Yeah. I think after a while you become numb to or used to a lot of things that happen in your
yeah,
life.
that's true. I mean, we're chameleons, so built to go through things and such like that. What is the most common reason you see for people ending up homeless?
But I think the most common reason is people get homeless.
Yeah. What? Yeah.
Probably addiction.
Addiction? Yeah. That's one of them. Addiction. Like I was talking to you about earlier. SMI is another thing, along with just circumstantial. People just it's like I think it's like 2,500 for a studio apartment out here, and that's
That's
crazy. Yeah, isn't that crazy? I mean, so
yeah.
times get hard, you know. If you could speak to your younger self, what would you say?
Um, Probably stay focused and you know, I don't
Stay
know.
focused.
Stay more focused and not worry about other people and just to focus on yourself and set goals and follow through with it and not make excuses and basically get shit done.
Yeah, sounds good. Um, what is something you wish more people understood about being homeless?
Um, it's when you're actually homeless, it's a lot harder than people think to get out of this. You know, they say, oh, you got all these resources and you have all these options, but to actually be homeless and to look at those resources and options, it's almost sometimes it's better to be out here. At least it feels like it. But and also people don't, not everybody's got like the help and support that some people have, like I said, family or friends to help them or kind of push them or motivate them in the right direction. Some people don't have any motivation, so it's really hard for them to get up and do something with themselves sometimes because it's just easier just to sit and be where they're at.
Man, I agree with you 100%. That's true, but it's also sad. A lot of people, like you said, you're right. They don't have the family backing or the friends to push them on, to kind of push them through that last little hurdle, so to speak. Yeah, I agree with you. Is there a person or organization that has made a positive and or significant impact on your life since you've been out here? Like a church or something, or
Yeah, Paz de Cristo.
hmm
I think it's Paz de Cristo, and
is that like is it a heat center?
it's a place in Mesa, and they had they just were really helpful as far as like food. They had dinners and clothing and a lot of resources to help push people in the right direction.
Man, that's awesome, man. Shout them out. That's awesome. I always say anybody who, you know, comes out here to try to help whatever it is they do, shout them out. You know what I mean?
Right.
It takes a lot to come out here and try to help people who you don't even know or things like that. So respect to anybody who does that. What advice would you give someone going through a hard time?
A hard time is in
Just any hard time.
any hard time.
Yeah. Broken leg.
being staying positive and I think it's a affirmation.
Yeah.
What do they call it?
Self-affirmation, yeah.
Yeah,
like,
where you're like positive about, stay positive and not let negative thoughts,
get in your head. Kind of like speak it, believe it, receive it.
Yeah.
Think almost in a
Just
sense.
always try to be positive, even through hard times, so.
It's good, yeah. I agree with you. What is a skill or talent you have that people might not expect?
I'm a welder, and then
Man, that's
also
awesome.
when I was younger, from 4 until I was about 14, I raced motocross. So
Man,
I was
that's
actually
dope,
really,
dude.
really good. I almost went pro, but so then I played guitar in three metal bands, and yeah.
Right
so.
on, man. That's awesome, bro. Like I said, I told you, you never know who you're talking to, man. That's amazing, bro. Motocross, man. That's crazy. It's funny because my son likes those little Chirons, these little electric bikes. He really
Yeah.
likes them nowadays,
Yeah, they're getting faster and faster.
Yeah, dude. There's some that are like going like 100 miles an hour. Like, yeah, little Chiron, little, electric bikes. It's crazy. Yeah, it's nuts. I think, EV, excuse me, electric vehicles are not going to take over, excuse me, because there's always people who love gas and stuff. But, I mean, it's going to be a big part of society, though.
I mean, there's still people that are riding horses. So,
Yeah, for sure. That's true, man. Yeah. Excuse me. And last but not least, man, do you have a Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, or anything like that? Just in case whoever sees this video, you never know, man. They might, feel it in their heart, be compassionate enough to try to help.
I do not. I wish I did.
Okay. And there it is there, man. You've been a gentleman and a scholar, man. I really appreciate you sitting down with me. I told you I'd keep it, not that long. It was about 10 minutes, so that's awesome, man. I appreciate you. If I see you again and you feel like doing an update, or would that be possible?
Yeah, absolutely.
Man, all right, man. I appreciate you. Nice to meet you, Brock. You have a good one, buddy. Thank you.